Broadcasting by way of Gallifrey. Stand by for podcast. This is Voices from the Vortex.
Voices from the Vortex review. Christmas special. Last Christmas. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday and their break, if they're off, from work or whatever, because you're about to wake up. It was all a dream. It's over.
You still have to do it all over again.
Yes. Hey, no, that'd be good.
Oh.
Hey. There's some dust by your feet and some claws. Hey, everyone.
Hi, guys. This is Matt.
And this is Taylor.
Welcome to the review for Last Christmas, the Christmas special for 2014.
Yes.
Capaldi's first Christmas special.
Yeah. What do we think? How did we go? How'd it go, guys?
Pretty Christmassy.
Yes, it was. Santa was there. So,
well, that makes it Christmassy.
Yeah.
Guys, I hate to surprise you. While Taylor and I usually agree on stuff, I get the feeling like this particular podcast is not going to go so quaintly or agreeably because, and I'm going to be the first one to say it, this episode sucked. Capaldi needs to do better.
No!
Moffat needs to do better.
I
Bring
disagree.
it up. And there's one really good reason. It has nothing to do with anything we're going to talk about except one thing, and we'll get to it at the end of this podcast. But
so you gotta listen to find out.
Will somebody please stop Moffat and just fact check his writing? Oh my God, can he possibly write stuff anymore where it's not stepping over everything else he's written? I'm getting tired of this, Moffat. I'm getting tired of it. Like, we'll get to it. My big complaint about this episode is it doesn't fit. Nothing in this episode fits, and it makes everything about the last episode make no sense. So we'll get to that. All right.
Okay.
But we'll talk about the merits of the episode.
Okay, sure.
Fun.
Yes. Okay.
It's fun.
All right. So this episode, the whole thing, it's the Doctor and Clara face their last Christmas, trapped on an Arctic base under attack from terrifying creatures. Who are you gonna call? Santa Claus. I really liked it. I thought it was good. First, we'll talk about this whole idea.
It was a fun episode.
It was very fun. You got these dream crabs who were very creepy. And basically, they latch onto your face and they put you in a dream-type state. And the anesthesia they give you while they eat your brain, is this nice dream that seems so real, and you don't wake up until you die. So that was it.
And the thing about the episode, though, is that they were dreams inside dreams inside dreams.
It was Inception.
Inside dreams inside a dream. This was Inception. It was wibbly wobbly inside a wibbly wobbly inside a wibbly wobbly inside a wibbly wobbly inside a wibbly wobbly.
Exactly. If we were in the same room, I would have slapped you.
That made perfect sense. Come on.
No, you just keep going until I snap out of it.
Thanks. Had a dream crab. You know what? It was a fun episode, and it was interesting to see Capaldi's take on the idea that nothing is real, and how does he try to prove that to everybody? But by saying the one thing in the room that doesn't make any earthly sense is proof enough.
Yeah.
Santa Claus. Look, it's Santa Claus! Why would this be real?
Yeah, I also like this point, though, of later he was like, you see outside? That's my time machine that I came in here, So the problem between telling the difference between reality and fantasy is that both are ridiculous.
Right, very much so.
So I really liked this idea, sort of these dreams and of the dream inside the dream. And there was sort of that twist near the end where it was like, oh, wait a minute, we're still in a dream. You thought you were out of it, but you weren't. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've done that. I've had a dream where I woke up and I just got up and did my stuff, and then I was like, all of a sudden I'm back in bed. Like, what the heck? I thought I was done. So,
those are fun dreams.
It was.
And of course, the thing about it was, Santa being there. This was the big thing about this episode, is that Santa was going to be there, right? Santa's going to be there, and that's actually a pretty huge deal, because even for Doctor Who, Santa's not real. But what was it? It was that Santa was our subconscious. Santa was the clue that all of this wasn't really happening.
Yeah, and
Wake up from it.
I sort of loved that idea that, and even he was like, "Look, you're in this terrible dream, and I'm trying to tell you, like, I'm here. There's Santa. Did you see Rudolph? It was ridiculous with his nose. You got humorous elves here. Come on, I'm here. I'm trying to get you to wake up."
Which is, by the way, that's going to feed into my huge rant at the end of this podcast. That we saw Santa at another point in time. Just recently.
Get ready, guys.
And there's the timing is off. Okay. Just keep that in the back of your minds.
Just prepare yourselves, people.
Santa means something didn't happen. That's not really there. It's not really happening.
Okay.
Moving on.
Okay. All right. So, another nice thing about this episode was Danny Pink showed up.
Danny Pink!
Well, I thought he was going to be gone forever. We didn't see him again, but hey, he was here. I was pleasantly surprised. I did not see that one coming.
Pleasantly surprised
that he was going to be there. And it really made me kind of sad, because I'm like, he should have been on the show a little bit more. He should have traveled with them and gone on some. His ending was nice, but I feel like he should have gone with them on some things. That would have been more fun. But
is Cyber Danny?
Who knows? Yeah, it's like in the Handles 2.0. It's just Danny's head.
Danny's head. Oh,
but it talks.
We have a love life to a certain extent.
Mecca lecca hi, mecca honey ho.
Mecca lecca hi, mecca I really hate you. Yeah, it was nice seeing Danny Pink, but of course, even Danny recognizes I'm not really here.
Yeah, that was. I really liked that. Even Dream Danny had it all together. He knew. And he was, there was sort of that. Even the doctor was shocked when he was like, you died saving the world, and he was like, no, I didn't. And then he was like, yeah, you did. And he was like, no, I died saving Clara. The rest of the world just got lucky. Yeah. And the doctor was like, oh, it's like Dream Danny knows what's going on. He, and there's that real sweet moment with Clara, and he's like, look, you can miss me for 5 minutes, but that's it. And I was like. I almost felt like something else was going on there. I was like, are we sure Danny Pink's dead? Because this is really... Maybe he's, speaking through the nether sphere or something.
Right.
Who knows? Yeah.
That's a very good point. And that's, what... I thought that, too. Who is this Danny? Is this really in her mind? Or is this maybe Danny speaking to her? But they didn't touch on it, so I'm going to have to assume she's just, crazy in love with this guy that's dead, and so she was inventing it in her mind.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, something else is going on. Rant coming.
Okay. So.
Why would she subconsciously dream about something that makes her sad when it's supposed to make her happy? I get that him being there was supposed to be like, oh, I've missed you and I love you and I'll never let you go. But she's smart enough to know. She knew right away, wait a minute, but you died.
Yeah.
And, right? So, no, him being there was her subconscious giving her something else, and I don't think it was trying to get her to wake up. Rant incoming. Alright, moving on.
Alright, so, the big question about this episode that was on everybody's minds was, is this Clara's last episode? Is she going to leave? Is she going to stay?
Yeah.
And for how long? And we finally have an answer. But first, we were totally screwed with, and I did not like it at all.
With old Clara.
Old Clara. The old Clara fake out, I call it. Okay, so when that happened, I was like, okay, well, first she was in the sleigh with Santa, and she was like, can I stay a little longer? And I was like, oh no, she's going to die. She's not going to wake up. I just know it. And so I was like, okay, I think I'm okay with this. And then the doctor wakes up and he goes and he gets Clara, and it's old Clara. And I thought, oh no, you just did this with Amy. Don't do this again.
Right.
I'm glad that wasn't it, because if it was, I would have been very disappointed. The Doctor needs to quit missing out on his companions' lives because of some timey-wimey problem, and seeing them when they're old and getting to know their whole life story, but missing it. So I was glad that it wasn't it. When Santa showed up, I was like, yippee! I really enjoyed that moment, though.
Right.
And God, the one moment that made me so, it really tugged at my heartstrings is, they do the Christmas cracker, and he helps her with her end, which, if you remember, mirrors the last Christmas special, where the Doctor was all old, Matt Smith was all old, and Clara had to help him with the cracker, and it was perfect.
It was a very beautiful moment.
Yes.
And it's interesting that last Christmas special, but not last Christmas, the time of the Doctor, the last Christmas special, Smith, the Doctor, gets in makeup. This one, Clara got in makeup. Jenna Coleman got in makeup. Kind of a good parallel is that they had the Doctor was in makeup, and he didn't need to be in makeup this time because Capaldi's super old. But like to do the actual, I'm kidding. But to do the actual makeup, it was cool that that was sort of a tie to she's still Matt Smith's companion. She's still his impossible girl. Like there's that tie between the old Doctor and the new Doctor. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah. But then it's all a dream again, and the Doctor wakes up again, and he goes and he gets her, and she's young, and it's maybe just been a few weeks since they left each other, and they run off again, and then Moffat announces, "Hey, she's going to be there for a whole other season." So
good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Moffat, I have a problem. Here it is. I can't sit on it anymore. I'm sorry. Here it is. Here's the rant.
All right, he's interrupting me. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Let's look at 3 particular facts here.
Okay.
1, when he finally wakes up with the dream crab off of him, where the hell is he?
He's like in a cave or like some kind of volcano.
It's the same damn set they use at the beginning of the 2-parter.
You don't know it's the same.
It is the same. I have gone back and looked. It is the same set. It is the same volcano that she threw the keys into the stupid lava, which didn't even happen. It was in her head. So that ticks me off. A, it's the same set, so clearly he's at a place where we're supposed to know. B, stupid B. At the end of last episode, not last Christmas, the end of Death in Heaven, he goes and looks for Gallifrey. It's not there. Then he comes back and has this whole conversation with her in the cafe, and they give each other a hug, and it's the big lie. But then we find out, Santa showed up when he was looking for Gallifrey. How did he do that?
I have answers. I have answers. Go ahead. Rant on.
So there he is, looking for Gallifrey. Gallifrey's not there. Oh, boo-hoo, has his little temper tantrum, busts up the console. He's sitting on the ground crying, and all of a sudden you hear, "Well, you can't end the show like that! Oh, ho, ho!" And the door opens, and Santa Claus comes walking in. And that was the big reveal. At the beginning of the credits, they cut away to that. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. If Santa Claus is the subconscious part of his brain telling him that something's wrong, then he was asleep in the dream crab when he went searching for Gallifrey. But wait a minute, folks. He went back to Clara after he went searching for Gallifrey and didn't find Gallifrey, because he lies to Clara about having not found Gallifrey. And how could he do that in his dream unless they were both already in a dream state with the stupid dream crabs on their faces? At what point in time did those dream crabs get on there? He's sitting at a stupid volcano where she was supposed to have thrown the keys in. Even if she thought it was a dream, could it have been that the entire series finale was a dream? This is my problem with Moffat. Because I know it's not, but he is stupid in his writing. Come on. You are leaving little breadcrumbs for people to go, wait a minute, this is all bullshit. What are you doing?
Capaldi had just woken up in the TARDIS, all of this would be fine. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Literally.
If he hadn't woken up in a volcano, you would not be so mad.
Also, he needs to wake up at the TARDIS and go, I just came from talking to Clara. Oh no. Like, anything. that proves to me that the entire season finale didn't happen. I don't think Danny Pink's dead. I think Danny Pink's alive and well. That's why she was having the dreams about him, because that was the thing in her brain saying, hey, by the way, I didn't die as a Cyberman. Don't be so scared. That was in your dream. The Master never showed up. She can't possibly be a woman because it never happened. The Basilica's the TARDIS. No one notices that for all of human history. Like, all the little things that don't make any sense are easily solved with, but they were in a dream state by a crab. This is why I hate this episode, because no matter what it does that's good, it proves that Moffat is lazy with some of his writing. And he was like, screw it, let's just do a dream episode. But you know what, buddy? You did it wrong. That's my problem. You're a lazy writer. Okay.
All right.
Rant done.
Now, kids, it's time for Taylor's attempts to consult Matt and try to answer his questions. Okay. 1. The volcano wasn't even a real place.
I know.
It was on a dream sticker that was on her neck or whatever, okay?
Was it?
So, yes, okay, so that's 1. 2, I don't believe that Santa showed up in the TARDIS right after he went looking for Gallifrey. Because if you remember, Santa says, oh, you can't just leave it like that. She's not happy, and you're not happy too. So, Santa came after the cafe scene, I think. And so what happened was, he looked for Gallifrey. He didn't find it. He busted up the console. He went to go talk to Clara. Then he left. He went to some volcano planet for some reason. Took a nap on the ground. The dream crab comes up, latches onto his face. He wakes. He's in his TARDIS, and Santa's there. And so yeah, that's what I think happened.
I suppose.
The real question is what was that orange doing on the windowsill at the end?
It's all still a dream.
It's all still a dream. What? That was like the Inception top. Still, did it fall over? Was it still spinning?
And like that explanation is great. Where's that explanation in the episode? Because it's not there.
Yeah, I mean, that was really weird that he woke up where he was. I mean, they could have put it anywhere. But of course, people are like, oh, was that the volcano? Oh, So,
and I get that the volcano was in her mind, that she did that, but if they were already there at the volcano and had the dream crab on their face, then they would have thought it was just in her mind. It would have been a dream within a dream, like this entire episode was. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't care if you think it's not a real place. It could have been a real place. But then why wasn't she there? Because none of it makes any earthly sense. Because Moffat doesn't explain it. That's my problem.
If we think hard enough, we can make sense of it, but we shouldn't have to. It's
a Christmas episode.
It should just make sense.
Get off your I didn't need him riding in the sleigh going, I'm driving a sleigh. I needed that 18th of a second to be dedicated to him waking up going, aha, the dream crab was on my face after my last episode. Let me go talk to Clara. And jumps in the TARDIS.
After my last episode.
Just something explanatory, something exposition. I mean, just anything. Instead of going to the credits and then just suddenly cutting to someone knocking on the door at the TARDIS and the doctor's at the console, which makes you think that it was when he was crying about Gallifrey, maybe cut to the doctor walking into his TARDIS, closing the door, walking up to the TARDIS to take the console to take off or something. So we're like, oh, he just talked to Clara. Now there's a knock at the door. I don't care. Whatever. It's a stupid glitch in the stupid writing. Moffat's an idiot. Moving on.
All right, moving on. All right. So
all right.
I have a few lines that I really loved in this, and I think the real breakout star in this episode was Shona. Shona was fantastic.
Yeah.
Shona was hilarious. First of all, Beardy Weirdy. Oh my god, that was the best. Because I'm trying to talk sense into Beardy Weirdy over here. That was, and then the doctor goes, "Hey, Beardy Weirdy," and like later, it was hilarious. And then when she says, "I will mark you, Santa," and had her fingers up.
I did have a favorite line, and I know you had mentioned it before to me before the podcast, but I did like that. Are you the same people from before? And they're like, yes, sorry, I deleted you. He's been doing that all season, just like, I don't care. I literally stopped looking at you for half a second. You don't exist anymore.
Yeah, and then they're like, I have a name, He goes, it doesn't matter, I don't need it. It's just
what is your favorite moment of the episode, Taylor?
I just loved the Doctor and Santa arguing. That, to me, Nick Frost, give a round of applause for Nick Frost, people, because he was fantastic as Santa. And
yes, he was.
And just hilarious. And him and the Doctor arguing was the best. The Doctor's like, no, I get to do the scientific explanation. And he's like, why don't you go check your naughty list? Or don't you even have a naughty list? He goes, I do, and you're on it. And all this stuff. I mean, it was perfect. And Santa's attitude was great too. Just him with his elves, it was like, just shut up. That's a verbal warning, okay? To his elves. It was just so good. The whole execution of Santa was perfect. And him and the Doctor sort of clashing heads a little bit and talking and sort of who can out-snark who was just fantastic. I loved it.
I think my favorite moment had to have been the dance at the very beginning.
Yes.
Where to get past the things, you can't think about them, but so puts the music on and she just starts dancing. And I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly how we get past monsters. We dance.
Yeah.
I could teach one thing to my son. It's that when you want to get past monsters, you dance.
Close your eyes and dance.
Just dance.
Dance like no monsters are watching.
Final thoughts, Taylor?
You know what? I really liked this episode. I'll have to say it wasn't as good as the rest of season 8, but because the Christmas specials are always a little weird. They're always a little off because they're like a one-off story, and they have to throw a bunch of Christmas in there, which is fine, and it's fun, but you lose some of that where you could really do some good storytelling and this and that. And just for the old Clara fake out, I got to give a demotion of a point. So I don't know. I really liked it. I would probably give it around like an 8 or something. But I know you think differently. So go ahead.
Yeah, it was a really great idea, but the writing and the inconsistency of the story makes it poor execution. I hate when there are huge threads to stories left. I was very disappointed with this episode. I wanted to like it. All the elements were there. Everything was right about it. But Moffat just has this habit of writing himself out of explanation. He just says, I don't care. Think of it yourself. I'm moving on to the next thing. And you know what? I'm getting sick and tired of it. So, no, I was very disappointed.
Calculating. Voices from the Vortex gives Last Christmas 7 out of 10.
So now it's time, kids, for not oh my god that promo.
Oh
my god that
title! Really cool title for the next episode.
Yeah. Season 9, The Magician's Apprentice.
Magician's Apprentice. He does dress like a magician.
He does, and they even mentioned it in this episode, which was hilarious. But
are those stars on his shirt?
I don't know. He had a hoodie thing going on this time too. He was like his jacket, but he had a hoodie on. This Doctor's cool, let me tell you. All right,
too cool for school.
When I first heard this title, The Magician's Apprentice, and this was before I even knew that Clara. I'd read this somewhere, but I didn't know that Clara was sticking around yet. I was like, oh, what a perfect title for like an introduction of a new companion. Do you know what I mean?
Right. That would be. You are correct.
Yeah, it would be. They're a magician's apprentice, or they become the magician's apprentice. Do you know what I mean? So I thought that was perfect. But then Clara's sticking around. So what does this mean? Here's my theory.
Maybe. Go ahead.
It's stupid, but here it is. Clara gets fired from her teaching job because she's never there, and to make extra money, she pleads with the Doctor to pretend to be a magician, and he uses his timey-wimey powers and portals to pull something out of a hat, and she's the apprentice. Ta-da! Abracadum.
I'm going to counter your theory with something short. I think the first episode of next season will be a historical episode where they go back and have to deal with the death of Harry Houdini.
Ooh.
And the magician's apprentice is that both the Doctor and Clara go to work for Houdini, but the Doctor has to be the companion, and that they'll keep calling him the apprentice or the companion, and the Doctor will be like, grrr. And then, but it's also
the apprentice.
But the double of this, the other side of this, is that Clara, with the Doctor, has decided it's time. There's nothing holding me back. I need to become you. I need to be just like you. So she is going to learn to be a good Doctor, and not just a Doctor.
I like that. This will be interesting. Season 9. It's not till next fall, so we got some time.
A little bit of time.
But it'll be interesting to see a whole other season of Clara. You know, I was thinking this would be a good time for Clara to go. She's been around for a while. But, you know, I should have known. Moffat, you know, he had Amy stick around for so long that, you know, of course Clara's going to stick around some more. This season will be good because it'll be fun to see more of this Clara, this sort of Jenna Coleman Capaldi team. You know, they're really good together, and you know, it would be a shame if this was all there was. So it's nice to see more of it together.
I agree. I agree 100%.
All right, you guys. I believe we come to the end of the podcast. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all, you know, liked the episode and keep listening. We're going to have lots of episodes, one a month coming out, so it's going to be great. Say goodbye, Matt.
Goodbye, Matt.
Voices from the Vortex is written, edited by, and starring Taylor Davidson and Matthew Whitecamp.
With Danielle Davidson as the sexy voice of the TARDIS.
Theme music composed by Brian Worth.
Visit our website, www.broadcastgallifrey.com.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for an enhanced podcast experience.
Follow us on Twitter, @Vortex Podcast.
Like us on Facebook.
Follow us on Tumblr and Google+.
Subscribe to us on iTunes. And if you like what you've heard, leave a review.
Ask us a fan question through any of these media, and we'll answer it on the podcast.
Thanks for listening, and stay tuned to the Vortex.
End of transmission.
Wow.